Hey everybody, this is Bright Heart Name 4 back, and today I'm doing a review on. I actually did get these guys out of the box, so we're doing a review today. I did open them up last night. I ended up deciding to do it, so I wanted to do a little live video on viewing both of these guys. So this is the Stablemate Warmblood and the Light Blue Pegasus, 1999 collector. Special limited edition, and I love them. They're both flawless. I did check that. I'll go with the warm blood first because he has a couple other little things with him. So this is the little guy. It's gonna show him like that so you can see all his glory color. Um, he's amazing. He has nice, rich, dark black color eyes. Look at all those little freckles on his body all over him. Isn't that amazing? And on this side, on his off side, you can see that he has two white socks and two regular colored, and he has a nice little blaze on his face. It's not price. It looks really cool. Well, top shot. There we go. I turn on, show my live chat because in case people guys want to go on here, you can see it. So there he is. He's really cool. He's older. He's actually like I think the oldest stablemate I have in my whole stablemate collection actually. Because on his little plastic thing, I think I said in my last video that it says 2007. So this guy is a lot older, so I'm gonna make sure I take good care of him, make sure he doesn't get damaged if I want to do any little videos with my stablemates once I have the whole clip. I don't know, the whole box full basically, I guess. I'm really curious if there's any like if I'll find any really cool stablemates at Briarfest when I go this year. There's one from last year that I wanted to get, but I didn't want to like spend $90 for 3 horses. Was Big Lex, and I don't know if I'll find him at this year's Briarfest, but I'm still debating if I really want to get that guy or not. But I'm really happy I got Manowar and Ruffian because I do love those guys, and I have the traditionals of those. So this is what came with the warm blood. Is this little guy? It's a foot of a real warm blood. This is the Bday thing of the gray, but I love the gray. The Bday is cool too in the warm blood breed. And then on the back, it shows all the info about the breed and then the model that you got, which is pretty cool. So I don't know if you can read that or not. I haven't read the whole thing. I need to read it myself. I'll do that on my own time. And then I'm in since the last like few like stablemates I guess that I've been getting. I was wanted like have and then the companion dogs. I saved those too. I'm in saving these little shells because I guess I don't know which person it was. I don't remember their name on YouTube, but they said that you can save this and you can make little chocolates out of the little stablemate shell here. I don't know what kind of chocolate you have to use to make little chocolate candies out of these, but I really want to do that sometime. Maybe this year. I'm not sure, but that'd be really really cool because I want to know. I want to know how to do it, and I think it's not that hard, but I only get all the paper off of this side because I know that's something we have to get rid of first. I think. Yeah, so definitely that's a good tip for you guys if you want to save these. They're actually kind of useful for that kind of thing. And then I like saving these. I used to not do that, but I have a couple. I think the quarter horse and another one I can't remember. I think Arabian or something. So there was this little guy. Most of my stameletes, except for ones from like my Fuka set, my racehorses, my Patriot one, and then my Andalusian Arabian family surprise full set. I think those, and then oh yeah, the other warm blood I have this one, and then the 2013 release of the Mustang, the Arabian, and the Andalusian. Those guys don't have names, but the other ones do. Um, so like my Fuka set, the four set, and then the racehorses. So Man of War, Ruffian, Justify. Those guys have names, obviously. And then something cool. So oh yeah, actually I have another Mustang, but it doesn't have two Pinto, and then a Pinto Mustang and a Blue Roan Mustang. Those guys don't have names either. And this guy doesn't have names either, but I might name them later. But we'll go. I'll worry about that later. So anyway, I still have this guy is 1996 collector's edition. He is matte. It looks like he's glossy, but he's not. And I did look up like on Identify with some photos of the other Libazar, the unicorns, and the regular Libazar on this mold, classic mold. They actually do have just a hint of gold paint on them on specific areas, which makes sense. I was really confused at first, but since other ones have it, so it makes sense why they would do that with their older horses. Um, so this guy, I really love him. I really love this mold. I wish they would do like this specific mold in a traditional size. I think that would be something new that Bray could do. But done a fighter stallion. It's close, but it's not exactly the same. That I know. Um, Actually, I can show you Cloud. He's the closest one I have. I have two on the Firestone. I have a Veteran, which is a wood grain, and then I have Cloud. So I'm gonna show you Cloud. Now, Cloud is in a traditional fighter stallion. That's what they call it. And this guy is a lot bigger, obviously. So you can tell the reason why I say there's a difference is because well, his legs are not quite like his back legs. You can compare are not quite as scrunched bent in, and his tails is how do I say it? Well, it is curved, but it has a more flatter base down here, so it's a little different. And then also his legs are I think a little more wide, and then these are more spread out. This one's more up, and this one's as is. As to the front are equal, basically, at the same level of height and curve. And his are obviously different. So that's a big difference too. But everything, and then his mane's up too. It's on up. So for this guy is on the side. Actually, you can't see it on that side. On this side, you can see it. His mane's like that. So that's pretty cool too. But I love both molds. I mean, it's amazing. But I would love to see this specific, just the horse itself, this mold on this scale one day. I don't know if they'll do that. That'd be really cool if they do. Because I've never really seen it on a traditional scale. They've always done it on a classic for some reason. It's really interesting. Yeah. I am seriously pursuing on getting a classic Cloud with I'm not sure which gift set yet of him with both one of his mares and all colts, all of the foals, or just him and the foals, which is the most recent one. And I read the info on it, and it says that he is basically 18 years old, basically at his oldest age right now, and then he has all three primary, or three technically. He had a fourth, I think, but it got killed by a cougar. But I think technically the last three. It said the last three of his farm, I guess. Because he was getting a lot older. You know, when you get to a certain age, they can't read anymore. So I think that's what Cloud is. This is when his first release, the traditional, and this the girl that did his biography on the movie, film biography. She said that when I first did a release on him, this at this point when this mold, he was 5 years old. And then when I started doing the classic sets, it started showing his a gradation of age growth. So um, on the first one, I think he was like in his early teens, when he was like 12 or 10. And then the last one, not this one, but the last one, I think he was like in his mid-teens, and then this one is he's 18 now, which is like a little more on the older side. So it's really interesting to see, that. I want to see it find his actual like whole story thing on DVD, so I can have that in my collection. But I have to look on Amazon or online stuff for that. So. And I polished him. I cleaned him up after I got him out of his box and two other horses I got in the same lot from the same seller for really good deals, new in box, and he's literally flawless. Um, he really has. He's a really bright Palomino with a white blaze on his face. It's hard to see that, but he does have it. And then you can see the difference between the gray and the white. He actually has two socks on the front legs, for being a really, really bright, subtle palomino, which is really, really cool. I like that. Really cool. I like the golden brown, a golden yellow palominos as well, but I also really love the soft palomino coloring too. So for him, he has a dark maroon ribbon because that's for the Mustangs. It's all my categories of Mustangs. So anyway, I just want to show that. Back to the Pegasus. Now with my classics, I don't think I'm gonna do a ribbon thing for them. One, only because they're really well, they could probably fit it just small. The ribbon, but I'm just gonna leave them as they are. Honestly, they got their own little category as is. So for the gold paint, he has it on this hoof, which is pretty cool. Yes, it goes around the entire hoof like that. And then his wings, just the edge here, it has gold paint on both sides. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. And then they do spart out. I think that's about as far as they go. And then they go like, they can go really close like that. Oh, so you can actually see more of his mane like that. There you go. And I think he has a bold face because it goes a little over towards a little over his eye. So it's not technically a blaze anymore. It's technically a bold face, pretty much close to a bold face. It's a little hard to see on this side, but oh, I mean with the light you can. It doesn't go quite past his eye, but they use the edge of his eye as a border. So technically, he has a bold white face that goes up down to the cheekbone and then down around the nose. Um, it's pretty cool. So it's kind of almost has a realistic face feature, which is pretty nice. Um, so he has that too. It's pretty nice too. And then he has almost like a blue-gray colored hooves. It's hard to say exactly what color, but it looks gray. But the funny thing is with the top feet, it almost has a blue tint to it because it's faded. And of course, this is the 90s. They were just getting, starting to get better. And this is 2001, I think. Yeah, 2001. 2001, this guy came out. So big difference on craftsmanship. You can see for color and design and color shading tone. There's definitely a jump on for there's no seams, there's no at least for it to be visible and shading and all that good stuff. So you can see there's a difference on the improvement for their craftsmanship. Um, so on the outside, this is what the wings look like. They have nice textures. You have the lines here, and then you have little drops here, basically. Um, And you can see a lot more detail on the inside of the wing. It's kind of the same thing, I think, but there's just more thickness, I think. It just looks more finer detail, to say. Um, Come on, yeah. I haven't. This guy didn't come with a name, so I'm still thinking of a name for him. So it's really cool. His tails look kind of thin. Um, so it is interesting. I mean, it is okay. Um, yeah. So I guess he can sit like this on his legs. Um, my fingers are in the way. Which is interesting. I mean, he's meant to be standing like that on with his tail and his hind legs. But if you're in a certain like little scene or whatever, you guess you could do that. Depending on what's going on. Um, but, I hate to, well, not shake him, but it's a little hard to have his wings kind of move with you when you move on the horse, but because they're kind of stiff. But this one's a little more flexible than this one for some reason. It's strange. Um, I'm really happy I didn't have to put in the wings. Um, but yeah. Anyway, this guy's a classic. He is kind of on the old side, but there is a handful of people that are selling this guy in a box on eBay. The best price I've seen is like 30, and then it can go up to like 50 or $60. So it just depends on the seller and how far your location is from them, and just based on calculation of shipping. So I do recommend getting him if you really love blue Pegasus and you want something a little different than the old white. I love white Pegasuses; they're great. But I was like, if I had to pick a color of a Pegasus or a unicorn, I would definitely pick blue, and something definitely to stand out for sure. So I definitely that's really cool. So um, I think the most blue unicorn I have, besides Oberon, because he has shadow blue of his tent, is Stardust. But he's half blue and he has half pearl white. So yeah. Yeah, it's Bandita. This is my dog Bandita. Yes. She's my easy. I'm supposed to say dog, but she's part of my easy. So she wanted to say hi to everybody. She wanted to hang out with me. And oh yeah. She's in a playful mood. She wants to play. She doesn't want me to work. She doesn't want to work, but she likes to being into these videos that I do. It's hilarious. She's gonna be 3 years old in 2 months. Isn't that amazing? My birthday's tomorrow, so I'm gonna be 25. When she turns 3, she's gonna be older than me. She's actually gonna be so 7 times 3 is 20. Actually, no, she's gonna be younger than me still. She's gonna be 21. She's gonna be an adult. She's 14 right now, but she's gonna be yeah, she's gonna be 21 in 2 months technically in people years, but in dog years she's gonna be 3 years old. So that's gonna be pretty cool. So let's figure something out to do that for her birthday. Yeah. Look at that, Benita. Nobody's on. Yeah, I know. Why is nobody on? Okay, some people are working. Yeah. You can't see, but she's like literally shaking her tail right now. It's hilarious. Yeah, I still have this weird cough I've had for since I got back from a trip to Mexico with my boyfriend a week before Christmas. So it's just being still a pain in the butt. But yeah, I love unicorn. You can tell I love that mold. I literally own 7 horses on that mold. And I do have a unicorn on that mold. And his name's Magic because he never came with an original name. And he's purple. He's like a lavender, dapple purple unicorn. It's really cool. This is like a darker blue. The name of this poster is called Unicorn Twilight. And Walmart has this poster. I actually changed the poster frames. Because the other one, and just I actually got a newer copy because my other one I taped it and I regretted it because I wanted to move it and whatever, and it ripped, and so I bought a new one. And it's in this smaller poster frame that I've had for a long time, and it works better. And then I like my ID card and like background for Patreon illumination is on over here. I can show you guys. Yeah, I can. Okay, so obviously every time, I don't know if it's a windy day or whatever, the stuff keeps falling. But I don't want to tape it because I might want to move it into a smaller one or whatever. So I'm just leaving it there for now. So yeah, it's supposed to have Patriot at the top, like his background on top, and then his ID card underneath it, and then repeats with Illumination's thing too. They actually live in the barn. That's their barn. um, they're the alpha, so like they're the head honchos. They're the brothers of the that starts with the whole collection because Patriots. No, not, and then it starts with my Illusion, Majestic one, and then it goes from there, and then so it goes like around, and then so for the top it goes starts with the barn, and then it keeps going all the way down, and then it turns, and then it goes this way. So basically, you're going right, basically, and then when you get a stop here, it continues down over here. Let's see if I can. So yeah, okay. So you see, Sunday silence. Okay, so that's when it starts up going. It starts going, turning right again, and then at the end of each corner over here, it goes onto this shelf, um, this way. I know it's confusing, but once I get rid of, this fish tank up here, um, we'll put my barn over there, and it'll be a little easier to organize my horses a little better. Maybe I'll have more room for some more horses that are more extra horses that I'll be getting, more horses that I'll be getting for on at Briarfest. But it'll be some time because that guy's, I think, about a little over a year old, and of course they needed just had to walk across the laptop. Sometimes he does that, not always anymore, but yeah. I'm not gonna do a super long video today because I have a few places I need to go to. I have to get some snacks, and I have a couple things to take care of before I have to. We're gonna be leaving at, actually it's 8 o'clock in the morning for Visalia, since my birthday tomorrow. I'm gonna go horse hunting on. I'll be doing some Instagramming on that for certain antique shops I'm going to. I actually need to call a couple places to make sure they actually do have them, so I'm not just wasting a trip. So anyways, I'm gonna actually cut it here, I think. And I just basically wanted to show you guys these two horses. If I guess that's unicorn, warm blood. I didn't want to show the video because you're already seeing it, and I tested it last night. It's great, and there's no issues with it. So yeah, I got these guys off of eBay. It's because they're older and they're retired. So I won't say vintage. I mean, this one could be vintage, but this guy's not. I would say he's just retired, basically. So that's it for today, and you guys can watch this anytime you want. And I'll see you guys in my next video that I'll be doing. I'll probably do another one today. Maybe not a live stream, but maybe if I'm lucky, I could get my next Eternal Stallion video up, and that's on Earth, not Earth, Fire and Water, and that's gonna be another battle story, but it's a little different. So it's a little. I mean, it might be in the same kind of landscape I used before, but the time of day is different, and the story's a little different, but the fighting similar. Anyways, So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'm gonna sure to try to have that done today, maybe. If not, it'll be within this week or so. So I just have to do some editing and make sure I get the right photos and all that stuff. So, anyways, that's what's going on right now. And then uh, probably if I have time this week, and I actually make the effort for it, I'm gonna give you guys a collection tour on all my horses, including the classics. Maybe satellites too, but um, primarily the traditionals first, because I know you guys haven't seen some new horses that I haven't um or spacing I haven't I've opened up basically. So that's about it. That's 45 minutes already. So, anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video, and try to like and subscribe, and keep on to that notification bell so every time I get a new video on it, you guys can watch it. All right, see you guys later. Bye.